everyone, it's Ashley, and today I'm here to bring you a recommendation video. I'm here to show you guys some of my favorite graphic novel recommendations. I asked on Twitter the other day what videos you guys really wanted to see from me because I haven't been filming as much as I really want to lately, and someone said that they really wanted to see me recommend some graphic novels. So I've picked 5 graphic novels to talk to you guys about today. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you remember that last year I started a thing on Instagram called #AshRecommends, where every Sunday I would post a picture of a book or graphic novel that I highly recommended. I've decided to kind of take that. I'm going to restart it on Instagram and start doing it every Sunday like I used to, but I'm also going to bring it onto the channel and do some Ash Recommends videos every so often where I recommend some books or graphic novels or TV shows or movies, I don't know, probably all of those things. So I'm starting with this video. It's going to be my first one. I'm really excited. You guys know how much I love graphic novels, so I'm really excited to show you these 5. Let's get started. The first graphic novel that I want to talk to you guys about today is Scott Pilgrim's Precious Life, which is the first volume in the Scott Pilgrim series. This is probably the graphic novel that got me into graphic novels. I did read a lot of comics growing up, and I did love superheroes growing up, but this was definitely the comic that got me into more independent and less superhero-based comics. If you've seen the movie, the books are similar but not exactly alike, so I would still highly recommend reading the book series. I powered through all 6 of these probably about 4 years ago and loved them. It follows a young 20-something-year-old in Toronto who falls for this girl, and in order to be with her, he has to defeat her 7 deadly exes. It's really cool. It has some really awesome like video game pop culture references, and it was literally just so much fun to read. So if you're looking for something that's like lighthearted and you're a fan of video games and pop culture, then I would highly recommend this because it's like really, really, really good. Next, I'm going to recommend the Amulet graphic novel series. I'm completely caught up on this series, which means I've read all the way to present day, and they're all amazing. The author stays really consistent with the artwork and the storyline. I loved all of them pretty much equally. This follows our main character, who is a young girl whose father passes away at the beginning of the graphic novel, and then she has to move with her mom and her brother to her uncle's old house. She ends up finding something, and it's a doorway to another world. And all of a sudden, her and her family are in this other world, and she's this like important person, and they go on these crazy adventures. It's basically kind of like Alice in Wonderland if Alice was like a totally badass kick-butt like warrior princess who had to save the world. It has a lot of supernatural and like fantasy-like elements to it. It's just honestly like really, really, really fun. I know that this series gets a lot of hype, but it also gets a lot of like bad rep as well. People seem to either really love it or really hate it, but I personally really, really loved it and would highly recommend at least trying it. Next, I am recommending The Wicked and the Divine. This series is so cool. The artwork is phenomenal, the storyline is unique and exciting. It follows a world where every 90 years, gods come back to life and take the form of someone living in present day, except for that once they take a form, in 2 years they die. And also, we don't really like worship gods anymore, we worship stars. So they all become people who become like famous. It's really cool. I don't know if that really described it really well. I don't really want to give you a lot of intel on what it's about because I kind of want you to go into it blindly, because I went into it blindly and loved that I went into it blindly, but seriously, so good and addicting. Like, you will read the first one and like need the rest of the series immediately. The 4th graphic novel series I'm going to recommend is Sex Criminals. This series, you can assume by the title, is probably for mature readers. I personally am not a huge fan of censorship. However, the whole premise of this novel is very sexual, very based around adult content. This book follows 2 main characters. One of them is a librarian who's trying to save her library from being like torn down because they can't afford to keep it up, and the other character is kind of this like low-life guy who hates his dead-end job and just like kind of hates life. And basically, it's about what happens to these 2 people when they meet and they find out that when they orgasm, they can stop time. So they start having sex with one another, stopping time, and robbing banks to save up money to save the library. It is so cool. Again, very sexual. The whole premise of the novel is these people who can like stop time when they orgasm. But really, really good. The artwork I really, really liked. The storyline, again, really unique and like conceptual and amazing. So I would recommend this if you're the kind of reader who can handle mature content, because it was hilarious, like laugh out loud funny. And last but not least, it will come as no surprise that I'm going to recommend the Morning Glory series. If you've been watching me on this channel for a long time, you already know this, but I am obsessed with this series. It's easily my favorite lesser known graphic novel series, possibly my favorite graphic novel series of all time. I love it. It's kind of like Gossip Girl meets Lost, but not super Gossip Girl-y. It follows multiple main characters who all have the same birthday and who all get accepted to this prestigious prep school. Basically, they get there and find out it is not really a prep school, and they all have the same birthday, and what the heck is going on? I can't really tell you much more than that without spoiling it. I did do a good review video for this a while back. It was a while back. But I will leave it linked down below for you if you want some more information on it. I describe it a lot better in that video than I did just now. But I love this series. I love it so much. I would highly recommend trying it. It isn't for everyone because there's a lot of intrigue and mystery. Like, you don't really know what's going on. So if you're the kind of person who can't handle not knowing all the time, then I probably would say you might not like it because you're gonna get a little frustrated, but it's so good, and I just want more people to read it so that I can theorize with everyone, and amazing. I love it. Okay, so those are the 5 graphic novels that I recommended to you guys for today. I will be doing more graphic novel recommendations videos in the future. I just didn't want to recommend more than 5 at once so that the video could stay short and sweet and snappy, but I will be doing some more. Also, if you want me to recommend anything like specifically, whether it be TV shows, contemporary novels, anything specific that you really want to see in an Ash Recommends video, comment down below and let me know, and I'll be sure to try to do that for you guys. And otherwise, I will see you guys soon with another video. Happy reading. Bye! Hey everyone, it's Ashley, and today I'm here to bring you my September/October/ first half of November book haul. I have a ton of books to show you guys today.